Yeah, I've got my recording going, and we are starting today on the 19th day of March. It looks like I did I write it down? Page 4, paragraph 3, item 11, chapter 21. Is today the 18th or the 17th? 19th.
19th.
Today's the 19th. Okay.
And away we go. Whoops, did I share that? No, I didn't, did I? Okay. And the wicked dwellers of the dust are not included in the savug of voice and speech, but return outside. This means that although they had already arrived at the interior to receive from the middle line, they will go back out and will not wish to receive from it. This is because the middle line, called good, is calculated in them, meaning to bestow upon him in calculation. But they have no wish for incarnation and inversion, because the mohim that extend by calculation from the middle line extend by incarnation. They incarnate and come out at a time by the order of 3 points: Olam, Sharuk, and Harik.
Also, the inversion of degrees in the illumination of the left is corrected so that what was in it before, Gar above, then Vak, then its sentence, has been inverted and the sentencing has become superior, then Vak, and finally Gar. This is the meaning of the wicked ones that cling to the left line, having no wish for the mochin from the middle line, since the mochin of the middle line coming by incarnation over 3 points and by inversion of the degrees in the left line. And they have no desire for incarnation and inversion because they want only the gar of the left that extend to them from above downwards.
Because they have no desire for the mohim that come by incarnation and inversion, they fall and are not revived. Hence, the wicked are wiped out of Duma's book, because he takes into the calculation only from the middle line, where the wicked are not included. Therefore, who will desire them at the revival of the dead? During the revival of the dead, the angel Makat will receive the account in the graveyards from Duma. But who will desire those wicked ones that are not counted by Duma for the revival of the dead? Who is in their account? This implies to the Har Klipa shell called Shithan, Sikhan, which makes the account. He is the opposite of Duma, since Duma means Demma'ah, stillness, and Sikhan is Sihan, conversation, and Debur, speech. Woe unto them, woe unto their lives, woe unto their pains, it is said of them. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living, for they are not intended for the revival of the dead. Whoa.
So be it. 13. A king who becomes servant to a field. 13. And the life of Sarah was, why is there a difference that of all the women in the world, her death was mentioned in the Torah, and their death was not mentioned in the Torah? But it is written, and Rachel died, and Miriam died there.
It is not written of any of them as it is written of Sarah. And the life of Sarah was 127 years. These were the years of the life of Sarah. Thus, neither of them counted days and years as with Sarah. No special portion is written for any of them as it is for Sarah, since she is the degree that all men's days and years depend on, meaning on these mohin, which are the life of Sarah, implied in the numbers 100 years and 20 years and 7 years, which are the span of man's life.
15. The profit of a land is Nukva. In every way, in Yesod de Zeranpin, since the spirits, the souls, and the benefit of the world stem from Yesod, a king who becomes servant to a field. The king is the creator. He becomes servant to the field when it is properly established. The upper king is Zerampin when he connects to the field when it is cultivated. A field which the Lord has blessed, meaning the Nukva, as it is written, as a scent of a field which the Lord has blessed. This is so because after it is sufficiently cultivated and corrected, the upper king Zerampin connects with it.
The king is divinity, which dwells in a man's home, to be corrected in it when a man is married and mates with his wife, to procreate and to bear fruits. And divinity induces souls to place them in her. This is why she connects only to a field that has been cultivated.
A king is a woman who fears the Lord, as it is written. A woman who fears the Lord, she will be praised, referring to divinity. Servant to a field is a strange woman, the Sitra Achra, as it is written, to protect you from a strange woman, for there is a field and there is a field. And there is a field that all the blessings and sanctities are in, as it is written, as the scent of a field which the Lord has blessed, which is divinity. And there is a field that every ruin, impurity, destruction, killing, and war is in it, which is the Sitra Achra.
At times, this king, divinity, serves that field, the Sitra Akra, as it is written. Under three things the earth quakes, and a handmaiden that is heir to her mistress. The field of the Sitra Akra will inherit the divinity, and then this king, who his divinity, her light will be covered and darkened until she is purified and connects to Zeranpin above.
This is why there is the male goat at the beginning of the month, for then that field, the Sitra Achra, separates from the Holy King, divinity, and the blessings are absent from that field, the Sitra Achra. But when it serves that field, the Sitra Achra, it is written, for he found her in the field, meaning divinity. The engaged girl cried out, but there was no one to save her, since in the field means the Sitra Achra.
Eve came to the world and was attached to that serpent, who cast filth in her, and she caused death to the world and to her husband. Sarah came and descended to the place of the Sitra Akra and rose, and the Klipot did not cling to her, as it is written. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had. When Noah came to the world, what does it say? And he drank of the wine and was drunken, and he was uncovered.
And because Abraham and Sarah were not adhered to the Sitra Achra, Sarah was rewarded with the upper life for her husband, and for her sons after her. And it is written, look to the rock from which you were hewn, meaning Abraham, and to the quarry from which you were dug, Sarah. This is why it is written, and the life of Sarah was in plural form in Hebrew, since she was rewarded with all of them all the years. And this is not written of all the women, for it is not written, and the life of Eve was. And similarly in all of them, for she was attached to life, hence life is hers.
One who diminishes himself. Happy is he who diminishes himself in this world. He is great and superior in the eternal world. One who is small in this world is great in the eternal world. And one who is great in this world is small in the eternal world, as it is written. And the life of Sarah was 100. which is a great number, a year in singular form, is written about it. This means that he diminished it into 1 year, and 7, which is a small number. He augmented it and increased it, for it writes years in regards to it.
The Creator augments only one who diminishes himself, and diminishes only one who magnifies himself. Happy is one who diminishes himself in this world. How great is he in the eternal world?
Grab the next one.
And the life of Sarah was 23. And the life of Sarah was. This life is entirely above in Bina. 100 years is Keter, above. 20 years are Chochmah Bina, above. And 7 years are Zat, above. These are Gar and Zat de Bina, from which Sarah received life, which is the Mohin. Of all of them it is written year, and on the 7 it writes years, as it is written in Hebrew text. 100 year, and 20 year, and then 7 years.
But the 100 years there include everything, meaning Keter, which contains the 10 Sephirot, each of which consists of 10, and they are 100. This is so because the place of the upper one, the more hidden of all that is hidden, is included there. This is a Rik and Pin, the 100 blessings of each day. This means that he imparts 100 blessings upon the Malhut each day from his 100 Sephirot.
Rik and Pin is the Keter de Atzilut, also 20 years, which are Chochmah Bina. Rik and Pin, which is the most hidden, is included in them. This is the reason why it writes year about them in singular form, which is the unification. This is so because Thought and Yovel, 50 years period, which are Chochmah Bina, never part from one another, since Gar are connected to each other as one.
But 7 years, which are Zat de Bina, are separate from one another. They exit the hidden one above, which is Rik and Pin, since they stand below Parsa de Rik and Pin at his Hazeh, and the Parsa separates between them in Rik and Pin, and even though all is one, equal unity, the Zat are discerned with Din and Rakamim, mercy, into several sides and ways. But above in Gar de Bina, Rik and Pin closed in them above the Hazeh, and there is no Din there at all. This is why it is written 7 years about them and not year, as with the Gar, and every 10 Sephirot of Gar and Zat are called life, which is why it is written, and the life of Sarah was, since they actually were created and stood above in the 10 Sephirot de Bina.
26. Why does it write of Sarah's death more than of other women's? It is because when Isaac was tied, he was 37 years old. And since he was tied, Sarah died, as it is written, and Abraham came. He came from Mount Moriah, from tying Isaac. And those 37 years from the day Isaac was born until the time he was tied were certainly the life of Sarah, as is the number of was in Gematria, in Hebrew, which is 37 years. From the day Isaac was born until he was tied. And the death of Sarah is written in the Torah to tell us that.
And the cows took the straight way. A psalm, O sing unto the Lord a new song. The cows said this verse, as it is written, and the cows took the straight way. That what is took the straight way? They were saying a new song. And what song were they saying? A psalm. O sing unto the Lord a new song.
everything that the Creator created in the world, they all say praise, excuse me, and songs before Him, whether above or below. And should you say, accordingly, the cows themselves were saying this song, it is certainly so. But the ark was on those cows, and when the ark was taken away from them, they were lowing, as do the rest of the cows in the world, and they were not saying songs. Certainly the ark that was on them made them sing.
It is written, a psalm, in all the places it is written, a psalm of David, or for David, a psalm. But here it does not say David at all, but only psalm. This is so because the Spirit of holiness is destined to sing it when the Creator raises Israel from the dust. This is why it does not say David here, and then sing unto the Lord a new song. For this is new, because such a song has never been said since the day the world was created. L'chaim.
L'chaim. Let me get my pen here. There it is. So tomorrow is going to be 3:20, right? And that is 19. Our starting place will be on page
7.
Chapter 21, page 7.
30.
Item 30. All right, everybody, if you want to join us on Zoom, there's instructions in the comments how to do that. You are welcome to read with us. And as much as you'd like, we'll help you with the words and any definitions that you need, or sounding out the abbreviations. All right, I'm going to turn off the recording. Bye, everybody. Happy day.